Depending on where you live in the metro area, prices may be stagnating. After a glimpse of interest rates as low as 6%, the 30-year fixed is now back up to 6.5%, best case scenario, with most lenders at 7%, if not more. What's that doing to the balance of the market trends we've been watching? Well, let's get into the numbers and find out. The average sale price was down a hair compared to last year at this time by just 0.3%. That doesn't feel too bad, but it's pretty far off the numbers we've been seeing this last month. In our sample, which is for the full metro area, including Southwest Washington, the year-over-year average sale price for January was up by about 3.4%. However, over the last couple of weeks, the year-over-year has been relatively flat, so February is not starting off very strong. Our supply of homes available for buyers to purchase decreased by another 3%, but we now have just over 19% more homes for buyers to choose from versus last year at this time. And that gap continues to increase week after week. The number of homes that hit the for sale market this past week was relatively flat from the previous week and on par with what we saw last year at this time. What's interesting here is that demand seems to be outpacing the supply of homes new to the for sale market. In fact, the number of contracts signed by buyers and sellers has outpaced newly listed homes over the last 5 weeks. That should be giving homeowners a bit of comfort regarding their equity. The thing that should be a little concerning to homeowners is that the number of lockbox opens, that's one of our measures of serious buyer activity, buyers out looking at homes with their agents, that number doesn't seem to be growing at a time that it should. As I said last week, if buyers don't show up to the market during our spring buying season in greater numbers, but sellers do, it could start to put downward pressure on sale prices and start to squeeze homeowner equity. What could influence that? Well, it's mortgage rates, and mortgage rates are back up. I was super excited to see the 30-year fixed advertised for 6% for just one day. But after some surprisingly strong January jobs report numbers came out, the 30-year fixed started to climb and made its way back up to 6.5% this week, with most lenders probably in the low 7s. Based on what we've been seeing with the 10-year Treasury, mortgage rates may move even higher, and that's bad for both buyers and sellers. So that's the long and short of it this week. As we've seen this last year, rates can be extremely volatile and they can swing from one direction to the other rather quickly. So definitely check in with me next week at this time to find out what happens with mortgage rates and how our market reacts. And to be sure that you don't miss any updates, be sure to hit that red subscribe button. Have a great weekend, and I look forward to seeing you here next week.